Hello, class. My name is Israel Sanchez. I'm doing my speech on the movie, my personal favorite movie, Goodfellas, and I'm wearing a suit, full Italian suit, just for this movie, just for the speech. Here it goes. Ever wonder what it's like to rise to power in the mafia and fall just as fast? As far as back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. It's how Goodfellas begins, and from there, it never lets up. Today I'm going to talk about the 1990 film Goodfellas, directed by Martin Scorsese and is produced by Aaron Winkler. It's based on the true story of Henry Hill, a mobster who climbed the ranks of the New York Mafia before it collapsed. According to the American Film Institute, Goodfellas is ranked among the top 100 America's greatest films of all time due to its groundbreaking narrative style and gritty realism. This film reshaped the gangster genre and inspired countless other works. First, I'll give you a quick overview of the film's plot and characters without spoiling the ending. Then, I'll share my personal opinion, including favorite scenes and themes. And finally, I'll respond to critics and persuade you to give this classic a watch or a rewatch. Goodfellas follows Henry Hill's from his teenage years working with the mob to his peak as a trusted associate and eventually to his downfall. The film stars Ray Liotta as Henry and Robert De Niro as Jimmy Conway, and Joe Pesci, who won an Oscar for his explosive role as Tommy DeVito. Its unique voiceover, narration, and fast-paced editing set it apart from traditional mob movies. Joe Pesci's performance is unforgettable. His funny how scene is iconic and completely improvised. And Ray Liotta brings a relatable but conflicted charm to Henry's character, pulling us into the moral chaos of mob life. Makes us be able to relate to the character more, other than just see them as a character that we can't, just relate to. The long, uninterrupted Copacabana shot is a masterclass in directing. Scorsese's use of rock music from the 50s, 70s gives this scene a pulse, turning violence into rhythm. The theme of loyalty, power, and corruption, and the illusion of control. It asks, is the American dream just a gangster's lie? Owen Gibberman of Entertainment Weekly said Goodfellas is Scorsese's most electrifying film, an adrenaline shot to the heart of the genre. I personally agree. The energy and pacing are unmatched in any crime film since whenever. Janet Maslin of the New York Times praised the dark humor and brilliant pacing, calling it as entertaining as it is disturbing. I agree because the balance of charm and horror is exactly what makes this film so powerful. Richard Corliss of the Time magazine argued that the film glorifies violence too much, making gang life look cool. I disagree with the film. The film is stylish. It clearly shows the eventual destruction of everyone involved. The glamour is a trap. And David Denby of New York Magazine criticized it for being too chaotic and unfocused. I'd argue that this chaotic feel mirrors the reality of mob life. The messiness is the message, as I would say. Before play the clip, here's the context. Henry and Karen are entering the cabana through a secret back door. This scene showcases Scorsese's one-take camera shot, the seduction of the mob film, and the film's stylish energy.
Thank you, sir. All right, see you later. Thanks.
What are you doing? You leaving your car?
What? It's the car for me. It's easier than leaving it at a garage and waiting. It's a lot quicker that way. You know what I mean? Huh? I like going this way rather than waiting in the line. How you doing, man? Good, good. What's up? There you go. How you doing, Gino? All right, good, good. Hey, good. Every time I come here, every time you do, what you want?
That went a little bit over a minute and a half, but had to cut it short. However, it usually goes up to around 3 minutes of pure, just one shot action, which is one of my favorite scenes ever. To be honest, I don't think any scene will ever top that, other than maybe a film called 1917, which is a pure one shot movie, but that's for another day. But we've explored the basic story behind Goodfellas and what makes it artistically and emotionally powerful, and how critics both praised and questioned it. Whether you've never seen it or it's been years, Goodfellas is more than just a gangster film. It's a cinematic experience that reveals the high cost of living fast and breaking rules. As Scorsese himself puts it, cinema is a matter of what's in the frame and what's out. Goodfellas gives you everything, in frame and out. Don't miss it.